Hello and welcome to the Eye of Horus on the Happy Jacks RPG Network. I am Christopher Gray, and we are going to be exploring what happens when you leave a supervillain to their own druthers to do what they want. And that is going to be the theme of this week's episode. Let's go ahead and introduce our cast for I think we're episode 8. Which means we've only got a couple left before we wrap up this saga. Emily, do you want to take it next?
I would love to.
Great.
Hello, I'm Emily St. James, and I believe that you should let evil people do what they want because relationship drama is more important. I am playing Libby Scarsdale of the Bergen County Record, and she's a journalist, and it is more accurate to say that she plays me. So you'll be seeing and hearing from her shortly. This is the last you will hear from me, and we'll see you later.
And it takes 48 hours or more for Emily to come back.
Yeah, I have to apply a topical cream and rest in a dark room for a while.
Awesome. Joe, do you want to introduce yourself?
Not really, but I don't have an announcer on my staff, so I'll MC myself for now. Hi, I'm Joe. I am playing Barry Havelock. He's the owner-operator of the Havelock Transatlantic Secure Transport and Courier Service. He's the ace pilot. He's got a lot of issues he's working out right now with his several moms, and we'll see what's up for Barry this week.
I'm sure he's going to be fine.
Yeah, he's going to be well adjusted.
Nice. Blythe.
Hi, I was making tea, which took longer than I thought it was going to. Yay, time blindness. Hi, everybody. I am Blythe. I am playing Scarlett, the director, who is one of the many lesbians and one of Barry's moms. And her accent seems to change all the time because who knows where she's actually from? No one knows that information at all. No one has revealed that information at all.
Ever. You saying time blindness made me think of like a time blind that's like a duck blind that you can hide behind and nobody can see you for whatever period of time. And then I realized that's literally just a duck blind, but I'm calling it a time blind. So
I am so bad at estimating. Like I was like, I have time to make tea, right? No, I don't. Be better at estimating things, people. I'm people, it's me.
Isn't she from Connecticut? Okay, moving on.
It may or may not be Ankeny, Iowa.
Maybe. Oh, yes. Interesting.
Maybe.
It's interesting that you say that. I feel like there will be some revelations along those lines.
Jason, would you like to introduce yourself?
I sure would. Hi, I'm Jason. I am playing the Amelia Earhart, and she has returned and shown herself to be of the genius type, that playbook at least, and And famously, she did invent scuba gear, she is now inventing it just a little bit earlier, based on old dive technologies, plus the incredible physics of her photonic wrench, which really allows her to do some incredible feats.
Can you screw and unscrew things with that wrench?
Obviously, yeah.
Okay. Just asking.
I mean, if you can't swirl photons in a corkscrew pattern, what are you even doing?
For legal reasons, that's the one thing you cannot do.
Yeah.
Right. And why would we need scuba gear? Well, I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah.
We are underneath Lake Victoria, which is a massive body of water in Central Africa. And apparently, according to legend, the source of the Nile, or a bunch of different Niles that maybe converge into what we know of as the Nile. And we're there because supposedly, allegedly, there is an ancient artifact in the bosom of a pyramid submerged by Lake Victoria called the Eye of Horus. The Eye of Horus, when used, will allow you to be impenetrable and vulnerable. And that's a very important artifact to have if you are trying to stop a war. So we have several people involved here. One of which is Eleanor Roosevelt. She's trying to get the Eye of Horus out of circulation so that nobody uses it for any war. There's also some cultists that are trying to get this thing so that they can resurrect Set, the one and only Egyptian god of war, to bring war onto the world and dominion that way. So we have some interesting things going on. There is sort of a reluctant party member who is on this journey called Colonel Warden, who was given orders by the President of the United States to take that Eye of Horus to stop World War II before it begins. He got a tongue lashing by Eleanor and is apparently back on the team. So when we last left them, they were seeking out this Eye of Horus, and they found some ruins of Egyptian design in Central Africa, probably more specifically Nubian design. And they are in a submarine because of their magical, awesome airplane slash submarine slash whatever it might be, the Painted Lady. So that's where we left off. And I gave you a big introduction because it's been a while. We were interrupted by shenanigans at the Academy Awards. And that's all I've got to say about that.
I think that we also were role playing the Academy Awards. I think that was a thing that was happening. We were just behind the scenes. 2d6. We Will Smith got a success with a complication.
Yes. Okay, so I think we cut right at the moment that you were going to go into this submerged pyramid. Now, when you did go there was a giant lake creature that Emily decided we needed, and that sort of took up a lot of time, but that threat has been taken care of. I don't take any responsibility for this.
I love when the GM.
I'm just telling you what happened. That's all.
When the GM throws shade, I love it.
You mentioned one enormous lake monster. But listen, here's the thing. For there to be one, there have to at least be two, because there has to be a breeding population. So
yeah,
lake monsters are awesome, and this was a glorious one. And I think you did a good job not getting eaten. Well done. So
75% not eaten.
Well, bumps and bruises. Well,
I know that dying is not really a thing in this game, but Scarlet would have died.
Yeah, it says in need of rescue, which I think we got to that point.
Oh, we did.
It's a good thing Libby Scarsdale was there. Inventor of and savior from lake monsters.
And Scarlet is being stubborn.
Yeah, well, that's not new. That's a core trait. So I think everybody's back on the Painted Lady, if I'm not mistaken. And I probably should have watched the video. I don't remember exactly where we clipped it, but assuming you're going to, you did rest. You decided to rest underwater.
Yeah.
Right. And so all of those catches, you can clear the catches, kind of recovered with the safety of the Painted Lady. You're submerged. There aren't any other lake monsters that you can see. Maybe it's like Jurassic Park, like they self-perpetuate.
Sure, they could reproduce asexually.
Sure. So the just to remind you that Colonel Frank is there as well, and I think that's everybody.
Scarlet needs to have a conversation with him when she's rested up and can skill set again.
without knocking herself out by rolling a dice.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. There was sort of something of a, I wouldn't call it a mutiny, but there was a bit of drama around Frank.
Which I forgot, how many points is it to level up something? I meant to level up my sway for this reason.
Let me get the rules here.
While we're waiting on that, I rolled this week's duck dice, and we have a 3 on
Nice.
the duck dice.
Excellent. We have
So,
three duck dice. Okay. As long as they don't explode, we're fine.
To increase a skill level, you would need to spend XP equal to the skill level you want multiplied by 5. So what is your sway now?
0.
All right. So you would it would be 5 experience points.
Okay, if I wanted to do 2, would that be 10?
Yes.
Okay. I can math, y'all. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna up my sway to 2 because I haven't used experience in a really long time.
Yeah, good. That's what it's for.
So raising fix from 2 to 3 would cost 15.
Yeah.
Okay. I have just enough to do that. Also, wanted to remind you, I had the successful roll on my new talent last time, for the sleepless talent.
Oh,
which
right. So
don't-
you don't need to sleep.
Yeah, we don't necessarily have numeric benefits for that, but it has an inherent benefit, I think.
Yeah, totally. Is there anything that you're working on while everybody's sleeping?
Yeah, remember I was inventing scuba suits on the director's desk.
Right. That's
while-
right. I completely forgot about that. Yes.
And
Yes.
Scarlett was like, this is completely fine. And Libby was trying to be like, I could watch you. And Scarlett's like, why would you need to do that?
And Barry's like, I want to sleep with both my moms tonight. And there's this new man in the house, and I don't like him.
Phrasing.
And then Scarlett falls asleep during assembly. Right. I remember now.
I had to die. I was literally like needed to go pass out.
Yeah. I figure Amelia narrating her work is a lot like those podcasts you listen to help you fall asleep.
Mm-hmm. And Scarlett can be distracted by the just kind of logical notions of it all. Like, yes, this is very fascinating. I wonder if it's like Mozart in your sleep and like maybe she's like learning stuff as she's asleep.
Oh, yeah. Learning mechanical engineering.
Yep. Through sleep osmosis.
I'm going to roll a luck tie.
Oh, and for what reason, pray tell?
I just rolled a 2, which means that nobody remembered my birthday, which is today in game.
Oh, your character's
knew it.
birthday is today?
Yeah, it's Libby Scarsdale's birthday is today, whatever day this is.
I think
April
we're
10th?
Well, whatever day it is in game.
Oh yeah.
I think we're probably still in like February or March.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So she
So
woke
Halcyon
up
days.
expecting,
So is she a Pisces?
yeah, she woke up expecting everyone to just like have a cake for her and like sing happy birthday. And yet
Scarlett is like, I gotta take care of Frank Warden's gotta go make him not hate us this morning.
And why
nothing
is
else
that?
happens today. Nothing else important.
A part
Getting
of
the
me
Eye of
wants to
Horus, that's
roll.
important.
If Amelia had ever had the information, she would remember because her mind is very sharp. But
Cannot forget.
she was never briefed on that. It didn't come up in the briefing.
What if this is the one thing you forgot ever?
Could be. Yep. I just had the image of, unfortunately, the beam they used to teach you things in Battlefield Earth, and tried to see if the photonic wrench could transfer information into my brain that way would be.
Yeah,
Fascinating.
Eleanor Roosevelt was like, and Libby Scarsdale's birthday is February 27th. Now I'm going to use the deneuralizer from Men in Black to erase that specific bit of information.
Yeah, just to make sure it worked. It was a test. I was like, yeah, okay, let's test it. Did it work? Okay.
So there's a birthday today. There's also an important artifact to get, and there's some friction among the crew. So Scarlett, you were going to go see about maybe softening the situation a bit,
Yeah.
do some of that, leadership stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna see if I could soften the situation a bit, because I know Barry's issue. I understand and I respect where Barry is coming from, but we can't have Frank wanting to kill us all. So I'm gonna go try to deal with Frank and talk to him.
It doesn't look like he slept much.
I'm sure.
And we're in like submarine mode now. So there's like these little cots that are stacked on top of each other in a very tight space. And, so he was in like the top bunk.
Yep. And
in
I'm
one
the
of
only
the
person
corridors.
who has their own room.
Right.
So yeah, I'm gonna approach him.
All right. He's sort of absently shuffling a deck of cards. Doesn't look like he's prepping to play anything. It's just kind of absently doing it.
You know what? I mean, trying to think of card games that existed during this time.
I feel like most of them. Card games are all
think,
pretty old.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think of like what is a good 2-player game, and I think like Rummy. Like I used to play gin Rummy with my grandparents, with my grandma specifically. So yeah, she's gonna walk up and just be like, know how to play some Rummy?
Morning, director.
Morning. So what, you want to play a game?
If you insist.
Figured we could talk. Maybe, and she has coffees. Hands a coffee. And it's like, I figured we could talk. Maybe play a hand, talk, drink some coffee. There is also whiskey if you'd like whiskey in your coffee.
Why would I want whiskey in my coffee?
It tastes good.
We're working today, aren't we?
Yeah, but we also almost died, so I'm not going to hold it against you if you want whiskey.
Yes, some of us more than others.
Yes.
What do you want to talk about, director?
Okay.
He drills a hand. I don't know how Rummy works, so he does the Rummy.
Yeah, I don't want to get into the rules of it because it's been a while since I've played, but the scene is us playing Rummy and going. Maybe we can roll to see who actually wins, or if Scarlett lets him win. We'll see. Scarlett might let him win. Well, I know that Barry has been less than ideal towards you the last day or so.
Okay. I understand that nobody wants me here. I don't want to be here. But I did believe that we were under some sort of trust agreement.
We should be, ideally. Yeah, I would agree. Yes.
Everything that I did was in service to the higher good.
Also, I also now know the Eye of Horus would bring about the end of the world if we used it.
Yeah, you know that. He doesn't.
Yeah. I understand why you did what you did.
But what Barry did had nothing to do with the higher good.
It has everything to do with a comrade. That would be not a good word here. Compatriot. Now, what's a good word here?
Actually, it's the 30s. Comrade would be not like smiled upon, but would still not have the extremely bad connotations of looking at the 50s. So at least for people who are, American
or compatriot.
Yeah, that's what it was like. Compatriot. Yeah, we lost a compatriot recently, and his undead corpse may have been seen recently, and Barry is, well, not too happy about it. I don't know why he's lashing at you specifically, other than you are the least familiar to him here.
What do you
But
want
he
out of
hasn't-
this, Director?
I want you to, first of all, I want you to understand where he's coming from. Trust me, I'm not going to let him do what he did again at all. I promise you that I will make sure that he does not behave like he did last night to you again. But I also think that maybe we all have a lot going on. We all have different ideas about how things work, how things should work. Barry is young. Barry is new to a lot of this. He's great. He's an excellent pilot. He's a great, honestly, he's been fabulous. He's very attentive, very willing to learn, always on top of it. Sometimes a little too much with the comment cards, but you know, he's a good kid. But he does not have the experience that you or I have in these matters, and he hasn't really seen something like he saw. And you have to understand that, I assume.
Perhaps. So what do you want out of this? Do you want me to not retaliate?
I would like both of you to try to see eye to eye and start over a little. I will talk to him and try to get him on the same page. But since you are part of this team, you are part of my team, you are under my care, and I would like to make sure that you aren't getting assaulted and you aren't assaulting my people. Which I think is fair. I think, you know. She takes a sip of her coffee.
All right, well, let's see if this works. Go ahead and roll trick. I'm kidding. No, roll sway.
Like, goddamn.
And then I'm
I
gonna
do
roll.
happen to have trick, so it wouldn't have been the end of the world.
Roll feet.
But I'm not trying to trick him. I'm trying to be honest with him.
I don't have any successes.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice. I'm gonna roll that again. I'm gonna roll luck.
Oh no.
Which one's gonna be luck dice? Hold on. Let me get one that looks distinct enough. Yay, 1 success. And not a 1 on the luck dice, so
Okay, great. Okay, listen, we are in a submarine in the middle of Africa seeking out one of the world's greatest artifacts. I don't think this is the time for us to have trust issues.
I agree.
But when we're done, and we'll all know when we're done, I'm going to have some words.
I think that's
People in
complete-
charge.
I think that's fair. I can't stop you. Obviously, it's not my job to stop you on that. But for now, please, let's all just work together as we can. Also, there's something you should know about the Eye of Horus and why I did not. If you use the Eye of Horus, you will bring about the end of the world tenfold worse than what's coming. Just for your information.
What do you want me to say to that? Where are you getting your information? How do I know it's credible? And what does that have to do with anything?
You think I haven't done thorough research on everything here?
I don't know anything about you, Director.
I'm efficient. I know things. It's literally my job to get intelligence.
Our mission is to get that artifact.
Yes,
So let's do it and let's
So
stop
we will.
talking about bedtime stories.
we will. But just trust me. If the president or anyone suggests using it, I promise that will be worse than what is coming. Just food for thought. after we get it.
He doesn't say anything, but his expression says, well, that's like your opinion, man.
She gathers. I'm trying to figure out how she takes another sip of her coffee, and I don't know if you want me to roll to see who wins.
Oh, on Rummy?
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna throw it. Unless you want to throw it.
The dramaticness of this, because she's ending with the "I'm giving you the information." And since he's not been super receptive, like he's receptive enough, but she's like, she's gonna win. I want her to win.
Okay, all right. Well, then let's roll for it.
What should I roll?
I don't know if I don't know how to play Rummy, so let's just roll luck. So we'll roll d6 versus d6 because I don't know if it would be like a strategic kind of thing or luck.
There's a little strategy to it. It's been years since I've played.
There's a fair amount of strategy, but it's mostly luck.
Yeah.
Let's just do luck versus luck. So you have 1 luck die, so that means you get 2d6.
Perfect.
And I just get 1. And I botched. Which means I have to take a condition or a catch.
Well, I got a 5 and a 4.
Okay. Because I got a 1, that means he's going to take a catch. So let's see.
Can the catch just be that he's afraid of playing cards now?
His ego has been.
Yeah, I think his ego
has been hurt.
He needs rescuing.
But if a woman can beat me in gin, what does that mean?
Yeah, he seems like a guy that would have a lot of trouble with that.
I agree.
I'm gonna take off guard. I think he was trying to cheat, and you caught him cheating, and you just won.
I love that. That's dope.
Okay, so maybe because I didn't get a 6, so maybe it's me walking away, being like putting my hand down and going. Also, I see I call out his. Can't cheat me.
And his expression just sort of dissolves into like, holy shit, she's actually pretty good to have caught me, and a little bit impressed and a little bit discouraged. And then he just sort of shakes his head. It's like, okay, all right.
And she picks up her coffee. She's like, enjoy your coffee. And walks off, and then is gonna go talk to Barry now because fixing issues on the ship.
I'd love to pitch a scene, Chris.
Okay.
Since Amelia was up all night finishing, dang it, I was trying to find something to put in for up all night to get lucky, and I just couldn't come up with anything. The up all night because she's plucky.
The effort. I appreciate the try.
But I would like to suggest that she has a couple of the suits done. And they were supposed to have that sort of like gill, like they process oxygen as you go. And I was imagining a scene where perhaps Libby comes in to find the director early in the morning, and the director's already gone, but I'm there.
And you're in the suit?
Probably, or like halfway into it, or so I'm like partially disrobed and like just like because
could it be that maybe Libby thinks you're the director in that suit?
Oh, well, I wasn't thinking that necessarily.
Okay.
That maybe Libby's going to jump to conclusions about what happened last night.
Yeah. Potentially. But
yeah.
I don't know. Libby, is there a world where that happens?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Of course. Yeah. Hold on. Let me just. Yes. Hello.
Oh, excellent. Perfect timing. Come in.
Is Pat the director? Is the director here?
I don't think so. Like, Amelia's genuinely looking around the room like the director could have been here and she might not have known. I was really focused. No, I don't think she's here.
Is that a skin-tight rubber suit?
Yes, and actually, it's really good that you're here because I finished 2 of them, and I should probably test these before doing the rest of them. So why don't you put that one on, and we'll go out through the moon pool? I don't think we have a moon pool. Through the airlock.
Were you in here all night?
Yes.
In a skin-tight rubber suit?
No.
You know what today is, right?
It's Wednesday?
It's February 27th.
Right, yes.
For God's sake.
Is this a holiday or something? I'm sorry, it doesn't ring a bell for me.
Did you get my measurements? Is that why you have a skin-tight rubber suit that apparently will fit me? Is this a mockery of me, Ms. Dr. Ear?
I'm not trying to mock you. I'm sorry if it came across that way. Have I done something to offend you, Libby?
No, it's wonderful. We're having a wonderful time. Of course I'll put on your suit. It's a happy day. Everyone loves February 27th, the best day on the calendar. Now, I'm going to put on my suit. And then as I do, I would like you to narrate the story of everyone seeing me in this suit and how wonderful and beautiful I am.
Well, I narrate it?
Yes, of course. Just imagine some workaday crocodiles seeing me as I swim through the Nile's rivers, just saying, oh my goodness, I can't possibly chomp on this hippo. That woman is too beautiful in her skin-tight rubber suit. It changes his whole life. He goes on, he preaches to the other crocodiles. He says, there's a beautiful woman in a skin-tight rubber suit. And they say, what? And he says, yes, and that's the way that we find our way to God. Humanity passes away, but we are replaced by the crocodiles. And they have this vision of a bipedal creature who nonetheless can swim through the Nile in a rubber suit. And that is what they base their new religion around. It allows them to travel to the stars. They colonize Mars. And at the center of their colony on Mars is a giant statue of me. That sort of thing, you know?
Your mind is a fascinating place.
Yes, I'll help you try on your suit. Did you and Scarlett sleep together last night?
Oh, no.
Oh,
We did
okay,
not.
good.
I don't.
No reason, but good.
Yeah, I know. I didn't sleep at all.
That's concerning. Do you think you should maybe catch some shut-eye?
Normally I would think so, but in a sort of cold, hard light of morning analysis, I really don't feel poorly for it at all. I don't know.
Okay.
It's certainly worth more investigation, but maybe I'm just excited with the thrill of invention. But I think we should take these out. This is going to be fun.
Okay. All right. Yes. Let's do as the Oracle says. Got a long list of ex-lovers who'll tell you I'm insane, but I've got a blank space, baby, and I'll write your name.
I would like to know more about this Oracle experience of yours. And this is like, Amelia also, I think, is very immodest is the wrong word. I don't know what is not self-conscious. That's the word I wanted. And is just, changing into the suit and, getting ready to go. And so how did you learn about this Oracle?
Well, you see, there was this strange occurrence during which it was Christmas time, and we saved a man who may or may not have been Santa Claus. And I passed out. I was knocked out. I was in a coma, and I was visited by a tall, beautiful blonde woman who claimed to be from the future. But all she did was speak in riddles and beautiful songs. And I said, hello there, how are you? And she said, I'm the Oracle. And I said, I'm Libby Scarsdale. And she said, I know. And I said, oh, of course, because you're the Oracle. So anyway, she presented me with some lyrics and some fun. Every so often, she tries to trick me. And I say, you can't trick me.
Did she know that you're affiliated with the Bergen County Record?
Well, at the time, I was affiliated with the Huntington County Democrat, but she has kept up with my career.
I see. I suppose if she is from your future, then she would have some memory of each paper that you were affiliated with.
Yes. She has read up on me on a Wikipedia.
Huh. Okay. Is that Latin? I have to... That's not ringing a bell for me.
I don't know. I just assume that's how it's pronounced. I've seen it written on a small glowing screen that she showed me.
Interesting.
there's a Libby Scarsdale page on something called Glycopedia.
Okay. Well, should we go for a dip?
Yes, we
The
should.
good news is we don't need to bring any further breathing apparatus with us. So this should be all we need.
Do you mean my lungs?
Yeah. And
Okay.
you fit the, so by the way, what I'm picturing is the kind of like sort of ovoid faceplate that goes on there. And then it's, material, like a flexible material all around there. And that tucks into the collar and the gill sort of provides breath. But I don't know that Amelia's explaining all that. She's just like, yeah, just make sure this is on.
I'm just looking at myself in the mirror and admiring myself. I do look quite fetching. Let's just be honest with ourselves.
Well, yeah, I think if we were ever to market this, we should have you model it.
Thank you. Could you perhaps narrate what those ads might look like?
There's a sun and the ocean, and
Yeah.
some people walk into it and they see the most beautiful woman they've ever seen.
Yes, perfect. I'm picturing a 2-page spread, and on the second page, they're constructing a statue of her, and I'm standing there like this, and it says, Earhart suits for the water. Get one and look as good as Libby Scarsdale.
That's very good. Yeah.
Okay, I thought so.
Amelia is desperately trying to figure out the like algorithm that is Libby's brain of like, I don't know how do I make friends with this person? Like, she's
Just tell
stranger
her
than
she's
I
hot
am.
a lot. That's how it works.
It's more. It's not an algorithm. It's a signal that you have to dial into.
Yeah. There's a frequency that is really unfamiliar, and
Yeah. The only two people with exact access to it are Libby Scarsdale and Taylor Swift. Even I can only get a contact high. So.
Now I'm pretty sure you already succeeded your role on developing these, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember for sure.
Yeah, I think I did it super good too. Not that you
Yeah.
need more than 1 6, but I think I got 2 6s on it.
So this is just like a jaunt around there can even be a montage of just them swimming around the submarine.
Sure. Yeah.
Can it be scored to First Class's Beach Baby?
I don't know
Say
that
again?
song.
The song Beach Baby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
I won't sing it for copyright reasons, but you should all look it up.
I'll do
That's
that.
sort of like the sort of Wes Anderson kind of like moving into one of the portholes, and this is where Barry and Scarlet comes into where Barry is. And where is Barry?
Barry's in the cockpit area of our submerged orchid submersible. He's looking at a comment card that was filled out by one Stuart Metcalf.
No.
This time, Scarlett finished her coffee and has now brought 2 whiskeys on the rocks and sets it down in front of Barry.
Miss Director,
I miss him too, She takes a sip.
I promised his safety.
Yeah, but the line of work we're in, there's only so much you can do. And you did a good job. You did everything you could.
I don't believe it, but I thank you for saying it.
Well, it has to be true because it didn't work out. We do everything
No.
we can all the time. Sometimes things just don't work out.
Why do we have to forgive him?
Frank?
He shot at us. Any
Yes.
one of us could have been dead because of him.
Yes. but we work together. He works for Eleanor. He works with us. And while that was treason in a lot of ways, this is his punishment for what he did. He has to work with us now. I've gotten him to agree to do the mission and work with us as he can. But we can't have any more fighting back. And the thing is, you don't have to forgive him. If you're angry at him, you can be angry at him. But you need to channel your anger in a healthy way. You can't lash out at him. That's not how this works. We can't all be lashing out at each other every time we're angry at each other, or else I would have killed Libby like 15 missions ago.
I don't like it when you fight.
Yeah, well, that's a long history right there. It takes another sip.
Mr. Rector, you have to understand, he is with us as punishment.
Yes.
But every day that I get to be with you is your family. You're my only family. And he looks over at the whiskey. You only take one cup most mornings. Are you feeling well?
This one's for you. This one's for me.
Barry takes the cup.
There you go. See, I appreciate you, Barry. You're a great person to have on this team. But it's still a job. We are family, but it's still a job. And we still have to treat it like a job. So that means sometimes we have to work with people we don't like very much. Frank and I have basically never seen eye to eye the few times I've met him. He doesn't super respect me as a leader. He doesn't super respect me in my position. But at the end of the day, I'm still in charge of him. I'm still the leader here. So I have to suck it up and deal with it and deal with him. And that's fine.
I won't make any more trouble for you or anyone else.
Don't make more trouble for yourself. It's not going to bring Stuart back. It's not going to make you less angry to take it out on Frank Warden. It's not going to help you. It's not going to help anyone. You have to feel your feelings. That's fine. Feel them. That's actually the right thing to do. Don't take a page out of my book on that one. Feel your feelings. Be upset. Be hurt. Do what you have to do. That's okay. But taking it out on someone, yelling at them, threatening to kill them, it's not going to make it better. It's not going to make you feel better. Maybe in the short term, but then you'll just feel really guilty later, and that's not going to be great.
I understand.
Nothing wrong with anger. Just don't let your hate flow through you. Libby once said that to me. I don't know why. I think she said the Oracle taught her about it or something.
She once sat me down and told me she sensed much fear in me.
She says the
and that one day
things.
that fear might lead me down a very dark path.
That's actually pretty good advice, though. I don't know where Libby hears these things or gets these ideas, but that's a good thing to think about. It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to feel angry. Just when you need to, talk about it with us. I mean, we're all here for you. We are all family.
I will never forgive Frank.
That's okay.
But I won't hurt him. And as long as he's part of the crew, he's under my protection.
Yes.
As are you.
Honestly, I'm kind of in charge of the crew, so I think you're all under my protection is really how this works. But I trust you to protect them, which is why you're here. And that's why you get to fly things and do all this stuff.
It's good to hear that. I've questioned whether you truly trusted me, whether I fit in anywhere.
I trust anyone as much as I can. Unfortunately, my job keeps a wall between me and most people. That's not your fault, though. And you shouldn't feel like it's your fault. I trust you as much as I can trust you. And I trust you with the information I'm allowed to trust you with. But trust me on this one. You're a great member of this team. We need you.
You have me.
Great. And honestly, now that you know how to control this thing, if you wanted to do something special for Stuart, like make a little, I don't know, in memoriam or something, you could. Now that you know what it does.
Yes. If that's permissible, I would like to have a
Yes.
space for him here. He may always come home when he's ready, when I can find him again. And I will.
Be careful going down that path. That's the same path your dad went down.
Barry's gonna perk up and like, wait a minute, do you know more about that? But he's not gonna ask right now.
Well, you're not going to find out right now. So.
Barry's going to down his whiskey way too fast because he doesn't know what whiskey is, and just choke. But he's gonna pretend like he likes it because he wants to impress his mom.
Scarlett's going to take a sip of hers, stand up, and put a hand on his shoulder and be like, just, I have to go and check on things and make sure that the rest of the plane, the rest of the submarine right now is not getting into too much trouble. But just know you can talk to me, you can talk to Libby, you can talk to Amelia. Amelia's much better. Like, honestly, Amelia's great. She'll just talk about her own thing and then you can talk to her and it just kind of, it's great. It works.
I am curious as to whether these wetsuits have flippers.
Whether they have what?
Flippers.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, like
Okay.
a subtle profile, but yeah, they're designed to help you swim a little bit.
So as y'all are wrapping up this conversation, you hear pew, 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 coming down the hallway, just the slap of wet rubber, and then just a gorgeous woman in a rubber suit steps into the room and says, "Oh, good. Hello, everyone. It's February 27th, one of the most festive days on the calendar. It's a Wednesday. Some famous people born today include Marian Anderson, the great opera singer. She's 41 today. And then we have, of course, Stephen McKenna, the English novelist. He turns 50 today. And of course, Jake Thackeray, the English singer, songwriter, guitarist, and journalist who's being born right now, even as we speak, February 27th, 1938.
Libby, why are you telling us all these people's birthdays?
It's February 27th. It's a wonderful day to be born. That's just one of those things, I think.
Did the Oracle tell you about this? Did she give you something about, is there a song about February 27th or something?
No, but I'm sure she could write one for me if I asked, and then perhaps she would perform it back to me. Perhaps the lyrics could be something like "Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Libby, happy birthday to you." But then again, that would presuppose that today were my birthday, which we don't know that it is or not. You know, you'd think you would remember that if it were the case.
May I ask Emily a question?
Sure.
Would you like one of us to guess, or is it more fun this way?
I don't care.
Okay.
I have a thought on how I want to play this. So
Okay.
I have a thought on what I'm gonna do here.
Okay.
But Scarlett's gonna just look at, I didn't know the Oracle wrote happy birthday.
Well, I don't know that she did, but I'm sure she's performed it before. You know, it's one of those songs a lot of people sing, including all-knowing, all-seeing oracles from beyond space and time.
It's also odd that she would put your name in there. I thought your
Yeah.
birthday was on March 21st.
Interesting. Inaccurate, but interesting.
Huh. Well, if any news, I'm sure we'll figure out why. And February 27th is, I guess, a day that you care about for some reason.
Is that
I have
Eleanor
to go-
Roosevelt's birthday?
Is that? It's not Ellie's birthday.
I
no.
don't know.
Actually, what is Elle's? Hold on.
I actually think it would be fun if like only Frank knows.
I have a thing. But
I don't think Barry would have ever forgotten, especially since we started our campaign with everyone forgetting his birthday.
October 11th is
Yep.
Eleanor.
Yeah, so Scarlett's like, no, that's October 11th. We've got some time. I've already got plans for Elle's birthday. It's going to be great.
Funnily enough, March 21st is actually the birthday of my ex-wife, Ruth.
Oh.
That was her birthday, which may be why you've confused her birthday with my birthday, which is not March 21st, but is instead one of the other 364 days, 365.
Oh, you're right.
Olympics.
You know, I remember when we celebrated her birthday together. It was so nice.
Yes.
Back when we were best friends.
Yes. And we all hung out together and had lovely times and lovely chats and went down to the races and things like that.
Yes.
Are we having a nice time now?
We're having a wonderful time, aren't we? We should have cake later and
Also-
perhaps ice cream. Iced cream. Do you know iced
would we
cream,
be-
Dr. Ear?
I
Why would
do.
we be
Yes,
having
I've had ice
cream
cream.
and cake. We don't have those things. Anyways, Amelia, are these the new scuba suits?
Yes, the design is successful. They don't require any additional air supply, and we were able to swim around. It was very functional. We had a lot of mobility, so I just have to put the last two together, and then we should be able to dip down there without any trouble, really.
We had a lovely montage. The Oracle performed her #1 hit song, August, off the album Folklore, as we swam.
I was not aware of that detail, but I have no reason to doubt that Libby had that experience.
To be fair, Emily also had that experience. So.
Okay, so you probably just need a little bit more time to put together the scuba suits.
Yeah.
And then you're going to go into the submerged pyramid, I assume.
Yes.
Hopefully.
No, we're going to
We're gonna
talk
get
more,
back-
Christopher.
We're going to get back to the plot, I promise.
Oh no, I'm just asking. So,
Oh, can Scarlett have like a cool new scar now after all that?
oh yeah, what do you think?
I'm trying to think. I feel like it's got to be like a cool face scar or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Or a tooth puncture, like it could be like a big
Oh yeah,
puncture.
I'm sure there's something there too. Like,
Does she have to sew her own face up?
oh yeah, because she's the only one who trusts herself to do her own medical stuff.
Well, I
Yeah.
can help with that a little. Trusting yourself is the other part of that. But what do we roll for medical stuff?
That is it's fix.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, apparently, I'm also a medical doctor then. People are just wet machines.
I don't
Yeah.
like that you said it, but it's true.
Now,
But I
that's
hate it.
an interesting phrase. I'll have to convey that to the Oracle. She could write a song called People Are Just Wet Machines. I think people would love it.
Interesting.
People are just. It's so gross. I don't like it.
You're
imagine
welcome.
Imagine a dubstep beat. A couple of guitars come in. They're acoustic, but they're looped on a synth. And then you hear the most beautiful woman's voice sing, People are just wet machines. People are just wet machines. Feet and hands and eyes and ears. People are just wet machines. I love it. I'll tell it to her.
Very catchy.
I hate it so much.
This is what you had in mind, Chris, right? This is what you were hoping for?
I don't know what to expect. I'm just here for the ride.
With this group, you kind of just need to lean in. I'm sorry, Chris. You deserve better players.
Or like, it just-
This is
it's-
fantastic.
I don't know if this is this conversation? If this conversation is happening in game, Scarlett's gonna pull out her flask and just drink.
So she had to use some of it for anesthetic.
Yep.
All right. So is everybody going together then? So are you going to need a suit for Frank?
No,
So Frank's not going.
we don't have enough stuff.
I mean,
I had to
I'm
make
like-
a backpack.
don't want to really leave Barry and Frank on the ship
No,
together.
but Barry gets. I'm making 4 suits, and then like watertight backpacks.
This is like that Fox grain chicken thing, except there's Barry and
But-
Frank, and like
But Barry is the only one who can really pilot the submersible.
But we can't take it into the temple. Wouldn't we just leave it parked?
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to fit in the temple.
Oh, I just wasn't sure if we'd want to keep it closer or keep it ready for getaways in case we encounter something else.
how is parking at the submerged pyramid?
You know what? I
We're
hear
just
it's
sort
a
of
lot like a
floating over
Trader
it.
Joe's.
It's on site.
It's really all of it's just like really compact, and you're waiting in line to get in.
It depends on the timing if you get in early. So yeah, you're sort of floating above a pyramid or nearby.
I mean, if we're okay leaving it only attended by Frank, yeah, Scarlett's gonna turn to Barry and like, if you're okay leaving this attended by Frank only,
Actually, we have someone we could bring in to watch over the submersible.
do we have Stanley?
Yes, we could call him. He could be here in a jiff. He
Huh?
owes me a favor, particularly on February 27th of all days. So, yeah, I'm sure he'd be happy to come.
How would this man be here in any reasonable amount of time?
Bergen County Record, Amelia. You've heard of our
Stanley's
powers.
always around. We can't.
In all fairness, Stanley is preoccupied with some things that are going down right now.
Everything else
off-screen.
we threw onto him.
Yeah, he's dealing with an undead army.
Yeah, he's just doing all our subquests.
And
I
you
just
know,
like the idea that he's like a Nurse Joy and there's just Stanleys everywhere. There's not actually one Stanley.
But he
No,
does
it
he does
is-
get around really quickly because the
Bergen
the
County
register
Records.
yeah the record has like offices everywhere.
It
Yeah.
doesn't exist.
and it has portals.
Or
I-
does the registry have one office that is in multiple locations?
It's like
Mm.
like in Loki. It's like you leave time to go to it.
Yeah.
Well, listen, if we want Stanley to fight off the undead, it is his slow season. So I bet Santa Claus would pop in because it's February 27th. So he's not working very hard right now. And he, of all people, also owes me a favor on, of all days, February 27th.
Weird that you keep mentioning that it's February 27th.
And it's a Wednesday. Some very famous people were born today. Would you like to hear more? Elizabeth Taylor, who will soon win 2 Academy Awards, is 6 today.
Why do you know that she will win 2 Academy? What?
Well, the Oracle
I
must
know many things. I now have access to Wikipedia.
This is actually very helpful in my diagram of time acting more as a spiral than as a linear experience, and the understanding that one would be able to sort of look down over the railing, let's say, of the spiral staircase of time and look at an area that one has already passed, but not immediately behind or above, and that there would be a gap in between.
I think you have it exactly right, Dr. E. I
Libby-
really think that you have it.
Is today your birthday?
Well, yes, it is. I'm 36 today. It's the
Ah.
birthday
Oh,
of
it's
This
Elizabeth Libby Scarsdale, born February 27th, 1902.
as this conversation is happening, Scarlett has walked away.
Somehow didn't hear it.
Does not hear it. Is going to get her scuba suit out of her office.
we could cut there if we want.
Yeah.
Oh no, I
Oh.
just trust me. I have reasons. So yeah, Scarlett walks away and is like, "We better get a move on with the mission. So get your suits on." I can see about contacting old Saint Nick.
All right, so the plan is to leave the colonel on the boat, and then the 4 of you are going to go to the temple?
Barry will only do that if he's ordered to by the director.
Oh, okay. If Barry does not want to go and wants to stay on the ship, the director will not
Barry
order.
doesn't want Frank alone on the ship.
Yeah. So Scarlett is fine with whatever Barry chooses because she's fine having you keep the submerged orchid ready to flee.
Yeah. Getaway. Ready.
Yeah. Also, we have comms to you.
Is this a debate that Amelia could be privy to, or is this more of a private conversation between you two?
I mean, Scarlett said it in front of y'all before the birthday conversation of just, Barry, if you're okay with that, we can do that, or you can stay here. She would just...
I would very much prefer that I not leave the orchid attended by anyone else.
We don't need anybody. This is Frank. We don't need anybody here. We should all be going. We don't know what's inside that pyramid.
I mean, Frank, if Barry is choosing to stay, we have an extra suit. You can come with us, Frank.
Well,
I think we all should go, but if that's your order, director.
Well, we don't have an extra suit. We only have full suits.
Well, if I may, I think I could probably cobble together one of the actual like diving bell suits. I have enough spare parts for that, for Frank. But also Barry, I hope you won't. I imagine what we might find down there, and if I'm understanding the mechanics of this machine properly, I don't think it wants to go anywhere without you, and that you would be safe to step away for a little while because it's not going to leave without you.
It's not my safety I'm concerned with. It's everyone else's.
Well, I think, wouldn't you be best able to look after our safety if you came with us into the temple?
Not without the lady.
Well, I don't think she'll fit.
Then I suppose I'll be staying on board.
Unless there's another configuration of this that we haven't discovered yet.
I mean, there could be, to be honest. Scarlett just kind of shrugs, but she's also not going to force the issue for Barry.
Out of game, I'm trying to set up a Deus Ex Machina moment where Barry makes the lady change into something.
Like perhaps one of those little watercrafts that you pedal with your feet, like a bike.
Yeah, like
a bicycle.
Yeah.
Scarlett knows how Barry feels about the painted lady. So Scarlett is not going to push this issue more because with Frank's combat skills and Scarlett's combat skills and Amelia's gun and Libby's distraction as a hot person.
Too hot to hit.
Also, y'all are underwater. So if we need to make a quick ascension, we're going to need the lady.
Yeah.
All right, so are you trying to change the submarine though? Is that
right now? Right now, Barry's just like, I
Okay.
I think it's better that I stay on the lady as a getaway and
Can
back
I
up.
pick up what you're putting down on that? Can I do you think I don't know.
I don't think it's occurred to Barry yet.
Okay.
I think right now Barry is like, but Joe, the player, is like, this would be fucking rad.
Yeah, no, I want that to happen. Okay, so Scarlett is gonna look at Frank, Libby, and Amelia. Between the four of us, we have enough skills, I think, to handle whatever comes our way. Barry, you can look after the lady, and we'll be on comms.
The way home will always be open. I guarantee it.
Frank, it's so good to see you on this festive February 27th. It's a Wednesday.
Will you knock it the
Great.
fuck off, Libby? Puts on his plate.
Scarlett gives him a look like, chill, bro.
Grabs a harpoon gun, which I assume are there.
Oh yeah, and Scarlett definitely grabs one because that came in huge handy last time.
We already killed all the lake monsters. There are no more lake monsters.
Smash cut too.
Turns to Amelia. Is there a way for me to strap on a few more harpoons?
There are no lake monsters in Bossing Say. So Chris, with that additive of the waterproof bag, I wanted to toss in like assault rifle and ammunition and put, some of the conventional weaponry that I'd picked up as well, of just like, this seems like a good idea to have. And my notebooks and, whatever. I don't think we really have portable cameras very effectively at this point, right?
No,
No,
they're the
okay.
big flashbulb things.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not worried about that.
But you can have, there's plenty of straps and stuff and stuff behind that you could put in harpoons. Harpoons are really the only thing that's going to work underwater.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I just want a bag. Well, okay. So maybe I misunderstood. Is the temple, are we going to be underwater the whole time we're in the temple?
You guess. I don't know. The things are completely submerged. So there might be air in there, but.
Okay. I was under the impression that we just had to like swim down to a portal and then we would be up in a relatively dry spot, but
we have no idea.
Okay. Well, I will take my waterproof bag, but mostly with research materials, and I'll leave the rifle behind because that's not going to be very helpful at all.
Yeah. Well, point blank, it might. So Barry is staying behind with the submerged orchid.
Submerged orchid, yes.
Yeah. And the rest of you are swimming out into the lake. The pyramid below you is probably pretty tall, but you're coming in from the top, so it's hard to see. It just kind of descends deep into the lake. And as you go through, you can tell it's definitely of Egyptian design. If you know, I think somebody did a good check on Egypt. They're like an Egypt expert among the group.
I can be.
I feel like I
think somebody you did, right, because of the you're reading the pyramid text.
Yeah.
I feel like we all between like Libby, Scarlett, and Amelia all worked together to find where this was, and did some research on Egypt, but all got like separate information.
Now, this is a Nubian pyramid, so it's a little bit different than what you would see normally, and it's older, but it's been submerged who knows how long. And there's this colonnade of these broken down columns that go to the mouth of the temple, which is a pyramid, as opposed to like a normal typical Egyptian temple, which is not a pyramid. But there's the statue of Horus is standing over the temples, standing above the temple rather, which is the falcon-headed god, and that is sort of the entryway, the portal that goes underneath. Now it's dark and it's underwater, and so you're going to have to swim through to go inside the temple. But this is clearly a Horus temple.
I'd like to provide some light with my photonic wrench.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of like the dim blue glow.
Sure. Yeah.
It like creates it creates a lot of weird shadows that are startling at first, but there's just so many statues everywhere.
I'm gonna sing to provide entertainment. That's just happening. Just imagine.
You're singing happy birthday to me?
No, I'm singing a selection of the Oracle's greatest hits because everyone who's important has remembered it's my birthday.
Ooh. The chamber that you go into, again, is submerged. You see there are 4 statues lined up on either side of the entryway. One is of a falcon, one is of a baboon, one is of a jackal, and one is of a human. And they're lined up on either side. Who wants to do the lore check?
Probably not yet.
I can.
I would like to as well.
Okay. It is a falcon, not a hawk. The difference.
Hmm. 2 6s.
Okay. What did Libby get?
Well, I rolled 3 times, never once got a success. But I added up 2 luck die and I never rolled a 1 on them. So I'm just gonna go with Amelia. This is a thing that the Bergen County Records Egyptologist on file doesn't have a lot of information on.
Okay. Well, so Amelia, these are the four sons of Horus,
Okay.
which are they protect Horus or the pharaoh, whoever it is, going into the afterlife. And you don't know that they are dangerous in lore, but they are protectors and guardians.
Okay. How big are these statues relative to us?
They're probably 20 feet tall,
Oh, okay.
and you're swimming past them, on either side.
Sure.
As you go deeper into the antechamber of the pyramid.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play the light over them just to see, like, are there any, mechanisms or plaques or anything interesting to add to the knowledge here, or they're just standing watch.
They're standing watch. There's their names are in hieroglyphics across the bottom. And if you do some thinking, you might be able to remember what their names are, but they're probably not very commonly known.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, in my mask underwater, I don't know how well it carries, and Libby is singing, but I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna gesture to the director and try to touch masks with her, because that visual should infuriate Libby.
Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Mm, look what you made me do.
And then Libby shot me.
So Scarlet is face to face with Amelia.
Yeah. So when our masks touch, then we can talk. And she says, "Okay, so these are the protectors." Sorry, Chris. Who are they protecting again?
Horus.
Horus.
Yeah.
Right. So these are the guardians who protect Horus. It doesn't look like there's anything particularly worrying here, but it is worth noting that this seems to be a temple of Horus. Obviously, he was up above as well, and this may be an entrance to something really very sacred to his believers.
So we should tread with caution.
Yes. Chris, what would Amelia know about Horus as an entity? I'm trying not to bleed my knowledge into.
No, it's fine. It's a very common god, so I think she would know the basics.
Okay.
That this is a powerful sun god, and
Yeah.
And goes into the battle every night before rising again the next day.
Right.
That's probably about it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, as a warrior and an icon of the sun, it's just be worth watching out for signs like that. If it starts to get very bright, or I don't know what else to watch for, but those are worth noting.
Okay, we'll keep an eye out.
They're having a very long talk, Libby. Very close, intimate talk.
Having observed,
holding helmets together, but faceplates together.
Oh yeah.
Having observed all of this, Libby switches over to one-on-one communication. Barry, can you hear me?
Is there one-on-one communication?
Oh, I thought, didn't Libby get some earpiece thing together?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I thought you said something about that from the.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like this was a thing that got developed with some kind of one-on-one communication.
Yeah, we'll go with it, especially since you can bring gear as a talent.
Barry.
Yeah.
You're
Yes,
there.
ma'am. Are you in trouble?
The old Libby can't come to the phone right now. Why? Because she's dead. And then I hang up.
So dramatic.
Barry steels himself. He grabs the bottle of whiskey and he begins formulating a plan of how he's going to get the lady into the pyramid.
Oh, we taking it seriously.
And since Scarlet has no idea this has happened, Scarlet is just talking to Amelia about plans on entry
Yeah.
to the temple and being wary of the more sea monsters and the suns.
The on that note, it looks like the entryway there's at the end. There's a chamber that's been closed off, and possibly sealed. That's the way in. So you're gonna have to get through this. Well, for lack of a better word, a door, but it doesn't look like a traditional kind of door. It looks like something that was sort of built and then moved into place to block the antechamber.
It doesn't look like it would take a puzzle to solve.
No, it's just like it's heavy and really heavy stone. So this is the sort of thing they would put in front of a burial chamber. It's fashioned to look like a door, but it's really like a tomb.
Oh, okay, so it's just a heavy thing we need to get out of the way.
Yeah, and it's it looks like it might be sealed.
Great.
But there's no water flow going through, so it's sort of like there might be air beyond there.
Hey,
we hold down the right trigger button and reveal the highlight trail of where the puzzle should be.
Yeah, which part is clickable?
So as they're swimming down, Scarlet is going to turn to Amelia, and they're just spending a lot of time together. They seem really close right now. But really, Scarlet turns and is like, "Can you maybe develop an explosive of some sort to maybe open this door? Controlled one, that is."
I might, but I'm hoping there's another way to open this incredible artifact. Maybe if I could just take a closer look at the markings, would that be all right?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, you're not asking me.
If you can find some way to open it that isn't destroying it, I will allow you to do that, but time is of the essence. So just,
okay.
I don't want to do the no pressure, but pressure thing, but that's kind of where we're at right now.
Okay. Chris, what should I roll to see if I can find some way to open this?
I think this is wit and savvy, because you're looking for, not like it depends on how you're doing it. If you're looking for like mechanical things that you might be able to take advantage of, or are you looking for lore that might help you understand it?
I was thinking from a lore point of view. I was thinking there might be instructions, of like, oh yeah, if you actually read the directions, like speak friend and enter. Oh, okay.
So Scarlet is gonna tag team with this and do that. I'll look for a mechanical thing. You look for a lore thing.
And Chris, would this my ambition of uncovering lost knowledge apply to this?
Definitely, because inside apparently is the Eye of Horus.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So can I also roll?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
So director's rolling savvy and Amelia's rolling lore.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to add luck.
Nice.
Oh yeah. 2 6s.
Okay.
And the luck die was a 2.
I got a 6 and my luck die was a 2, so we're okay.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Okay, so there is obviously a mechanical situation here, and the way you unlock it is through by completing a passage, which is an adoration to Horus. And it's really the adoration that's used when they are in funeral rites, when you are going through the different stages of Duat, which is the underworld.
Okay.
And each of the adorations are protected by one of the sons of Horus. And so all you have to do is complete the adoration, which is the Egyptian word for Heru, or Horus, which is Heru. And you remembered what that was. It's like, oh, Horus is Heru in ancient Egyptian, and you know what the hieroglyph looks like. So all you have to do is push that button. But the fact that it's a button, that's where Scarlet comes in. Because you're like, oh, it's Heru, look for Heru. And then Scarlet's like, well, there's a button here.
Okay.
So between the two of you, you're able to kind of figure that out.
Cool.
So it looks like you can just push the button and it'll open.
Cool. Do you want to do the honors?
If I could just quickly, Chris, I'd like to use the photonic wrench to just scan the portal. I can see what's supposed to open. Is that like there's kind of an indication of a doorway? I just want to scan it for, is there water on the other, are we about to be sucked through in a, whirlpool, or is it full of alligators, or, I'm going to check for traps.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's a door that opens inward like this from the middle. And doesn't look like I don't know what it's scanning for exactly, but the pressure is much lighter over there, so you can deduce that it's probably air, and that when you
Okay.
open it up, water will pour in.
Okay.
You can figure that out with your screwdriver, your wrench.
Yeah. Screwdriver's so weird. Why would
It's in my head for some reason. I don't know. I just need to pop it out.
All right, so I just gesture for everyone to like brace themselves, like grab onto something. Also, I double checked. ASL was developed like 100 years prior to this, like the setting of our game. So I actually think Amelia knows ASL, but probably not everyone else. So she's like signing and has completely forgotten about the radios that Libby arranged for us to have.
I would know like military signs. So if you do any of those kinds of things, I would know that type of stuff.
I don't know how much military sign converges with ASL, but
there's like any of the like hand signals of like what to do. Like Scarlet would know those things.
Yeah, I mean she's gesturing like grab onto something. That's
Scarlet is gonna radio. Hi everyone, when we enter the temple, please grab onto something because the water's going to rush in.
It's this look of revelation on Amelia's face.
Which is why the mask to mask thing is even funnier, and Scarlet doesn't even think about it.
Absent-minded professor.
Scarlet loves it. It's like a refreshing change of pace to have someone who isn't part of the drama.
No, just stirring it.
So yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna hit the Heru button.
Yep.
There's a deep shudder as ancient mechanisms are starting to move. You can hear gears underneath the stone. And door opens and the lake starts pouring into the antechamber, and it's dark, it's muddy as the dirt is all kicked up, and you just see trinkets and pots and jars and even some bones just get kicked up in the cloud around you. As you're rolling through into this antechamber.
Look for a way to shut the door.
So you shut the door. How?
Well, because I was like, I looked at the mechanics of it. Did it look like
there's got to be a release button on the others, or a release lever on the other side. So you're gonna get to that. All right, let's roll your quicken stunt to see how quickly you can get to it, or something goes wrong.
This is an archaeologist's nightmare.
Yes. Pretty common in the 30s to go and destroy history.
I was hoping to avoid that.
Okay, so that's, holy cow, 3 6s, but hold please, because I need to roll one of these as luck. I got a 6 on the luck dice.
Oh, wow.
So I got 4 6s.
All right, so that'll give you 3 heroes.
Great.
For next time. You immediately find the lever and pull it down. The door closes, and from what you can tell, the entire lake didn't make it in. So it's just kind of like ankle deep, and it's already receding.
And we all scooted through the door before she closed it, right?
Right.
Yeah, I waited for you all to get in.
The dim blue light from the wrench is revealing what looks to be like a burial chamber, sarcophagus in the middle.
Okay.
And there are the 4 sons statues, are one in each quadrant, or one each corner of the room. It's quiet and sloshy.
All right, so let's.
So I push my. But you said it's ankle deep, right?
Yeah,
so
right, and receding already.
Splashing, yeah. So I push my mask up and.
Same.
You're breathing air that hasn't been breathed in 3,000 years or more.
Yep.
I'm sure there's no problem with that.
So you said that the 4 sons protect Horus, correct?
Yes. They're guardians and Chris, are they also SON, like his children?
His children, yeah. SON, right. Yeah,
they are his sons, and they're supposed to guard him. And the way this is laid out is, I mean, this is indicating that it is Horus's literal burial chamber, but I don't see how. I mean, there's a lot we don't understand, but and Amelia's a little bit like.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. So you can tell me if Scarlett wouldn't know this. I think she might, because this isn't like uncommon knowledge of the pharaohs. Each pharaoh is considered an incarnation of a god, usually.
Yeah.
So her thought is whoever this pharaoh was an incarnation of Horus and thus buried as such. Is kind of what she's thinking.
That's pretty typical Egyptian behavior. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure that's not me metagaming too hard with.
Oh, no, you're learned people, especially on this mission, especially after you did some research on your way in. So don't worry about that.
So, Amelia, so turning to Amelia and also being kind of a nerd together at the moment is like, so typically a pharaoh is considered an incarnation of a god. So that tells me whoever this pharaoh was the incarnation of Horus. But to me, that implies that these sons here are protecting this, and that if we mess with that, something is going to get triggered. So we should probably figure out what that mechanism is.
I also could have told you that.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Libby.
You are all feeling a little lightheaded. It's hard to take a breath.
Well, so the thing, Chris, I think the suits I designed are good at pulling oxygen out of water.
Okay. So taking the helmet off was the right move.
Well, I just don't think it's gonna get anything different, you know.
The baboon-headed figure statue, which is about 20 feet tall, pivots and begins walking towards the center of the room, like a giant construct.
I imagine that we are not at the center of the room yet. Because
no, you just came in. You're just past the threshold.
Is there a proper greeting or appellation to make towards the baboon god?
What are their names?
Well, you saw the names outside.
Yeah.
So let's see if this is going to be a lore to see if you can remember A and B, say it correctly.
Okay.
Should we all remake this?
Well, I think anybody that has experience with hieroglyphics, so at that point, I think it's going to be Libby and Amelia.
I'm going to have to push my luck again. I'm rolling so many dice. And you keep the previous luck, right? Like that's...
until it gets cleared.
Okay,
Yeah.
I rolled it correctly.
I received 3 6s.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 2 6s. One of them is a luck die. I don't know if
right.
that matters, but I got 2 6s.
Yeah, you both have the name. It is Happy. So kind of like a hard H.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that is the baboon son. And how do you address the son of Horus?
What about the other 4 or the other 3? Do you remember those?
Yeah.
Well, I think we have to deal with the one that's moving right now.
Yeah.
No, but I just because
you got that check would have you got the names, you know them.
Okay.
That's why I was asking. We get all 4.
And this is the one that protects Horus's lungs.
Great hobby. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what Jason can't think of the right, sort of thing to come up with the praise.
Praise hobby or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Amelia, I went to finishing school. I know how to do these things. Hold on. I have
please.
become an expert at etiquette.
We're not going to be able to breathe for much longer without his help.
Great Hoppy, hello. How are you? Libby Scarsdale, Bergen County Record. Listen, we need to breathe so I can interview you, so we can talk about things and we can get your side of the story on the record. And if you let me breathe, I'll perform the catchiest song in history for you.
Okay, I'm going to make you roll on that.
What am I rolling?
I think this is going to be trick.
Okay.
Because you're trying to, obviously this construct doesn't know what you're saying, but maybe through this weird conversation, you'll trick it into stopping or doing something.
Your psychic presence.
I rolled 12 and I got 1 6. However, I did not roll a 1 on any of the luck dice, so that's good. But I did get 1 6.
The construct stops at the sound of your voice, the sound of its name.
Yeah.
And the baboon mouth opens and fresh air just pours into the room.
You know, Great Hoppy, I just have to tell you, while you've been getting down with all the liars and dirty cheats of the world, you could have been getting down with this sick beat. So my ex-man told his new girlfriend that
as you're talking, the jackal-headed statue moves to the center of the room, lined up next to the baboon.
oh, look, they can all move.
This is Duamatef.
Okay, Duamatef.
No.
Duamatef protects the stomach, the nourishment of life.
Oh,
Okay.
easy peasy.
Which one is that one?
That is the jackal-headed one. And you are all feeling immensely painful stomach cramps at this moment.
Yeah.
And you're feeling emaciated and starved.
Yeah. Let me.
Great
Nourishment
Duamatef.
and food is his blessing.
Hello. It's so good to speak with you. Libby Scarsdale, Bergen County Record. I feel rather nauseous at the moment. I'd like to do a further interview with you and get your side of the story. It has really been sort of aimed against you by a lot of people who don't have your best interests at heart.
This is not working. You are doubling over in pain.
Yes,
Chris,
but
can I think of anything that this statue would, or this deity would want from us? That
All you know is that it protects Horus's stomach,
yeah.
and so therefore it takes the nourishment of life.
We have brought him food. Coughing.
yes, it's Frank. Frank is food.
Please just let us deliver our offering. Please.
Does anybody have any food on them? I think we need to roll a luck to see. Unless somebody...
I need luck. Yeah, I mean, I might have thrown some in my bag.
You may have, yeah.
I can try rolling because I have.
Okay, what does it mean to roll luck?
You roll whatever luck you have as dice on your luck tracker.
Okay, so I just...
And then an additional one.
If I got a success on my last roll, I clear my luck, right?
If you got a success on your last roll, no, you keep them until you run out of luck, and then it gets cleared.
Okay, so I have 2 luck marked, so I would roll 3 dice.
Right.
Okay.
So I rolled 3, and the first die, which is the just die I automatically get, that was a 1. The other 2 were not. But does that one being a 1 still mean something bad happened?
Yeah, that means you're out of luck.
Okay, great, wonderful, perfect. We did it.
Can I push my luck to roll luck?
No.
Well, I didn't get it. It has to be. I got a 5, but it has to be a 6, right?
It has to be a 6, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Nope.
Okay, so you both take a catch, and here's what's happening. You are emaciating as a verb. Like you are looking skeletal. It's every nutrient in your body is being expelled.
Yeah. I'm gonna just go ahead and take overwhelmed right off the bat.
I'm taking flipped script because this is not very good at making me look hot, I'd have to say. I look rather skeletal, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Great Duamatef.
So you think maybe if you had food that would work and maybe stop this. You don't have food, and whatever you're doing right now isn't working. You're starving to death right there.
Barry, do you have like little bags of peanuts or something in there?
He does.
Are you the ghost of Miss Scarsdale?
Yes, I am. Do you have little
Are you
bags?
doing this one-on-one, or are we all hearing that?
This is one-on-one, yeah.
Okay. Because I want to...
So we just hear Libby's side of it.
Yeah. No, yes, of course. It's the ghost of Libby Scarsdale. But yes, we need some peanuts.
I will
We're not
avenge you.
dead.
I will find some way to make egress into the temple as we speak.
I can't wait until we solve all this and Barry just shows up with peanuts.
Can I roll to see if for some reason I have whiskey?
Yes.
If I have my flask,
That's a likely scenario. So yes, you can.
I'll roll luck. I have 2 luck right now.
Maybe some
so.
fish came in with us when the water came in.
I rolled a 1. We're doing terribly.
Wow. Yeah. So you're take the catch. You're starving to death.
Can I do a luck roll for the fish chance?
Oh yeah, that's a different thing.
Okay.
That's a different thing.
Well, there weren't any ones. But
And actually,
listen.
like, Scarlett is very disappointed in herself for not having her whiskey right now.
wait.
Yeah.
Hold on. I didn't roll enough because I didn't add the 1 die from last time. It's a 6.
Okay. So you're starving to death,
God.
and you look around, and there's this like flapping fish that's slowly losing water as the water has been receding.
I scrabble and drop it a couple times, and finally grab onto one, and I'm stumbling to take it over to wherever it looks like this could be an offering.
The sarcophagus.
Yeah.
Just dropping it on there, and then the nutrients come back in. It's almost like you've been flooded now, and your faces fill out, and this is the jackal head that opened its mouth, and now it's closed.
Great, Duamatef. You may have heard it said that you can give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day, but you teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. And you know what? I can't teach you how to fish, but I can give you a subscription to the Bergen County Record, Bergen County, New Jersey, which has a wonderful food and recipes section.
The falcon's moving, interrupting you.
Cook for
They
yourself.
don't wait for this.
Okay. Now,
What's this falcon's name now?
Yeah.
This is well, hold on, let me try this. It's a hard one. Kebes Enuf.
Yeah.
Yes. Great Cabesanu. Libby Scarsdale, Bergen County Record. Well, now, what's your deal? How are you going to try to kill us?
What is he the god of?
He protects the intestines.
Good.
Essentially
This
the blood of
sounds promising.
is essentially the blood of life.
Okay.
And at this point, the effects are immediate, and you are you're all bleeding from wherever you are able to bleed from.
Okay, so where
Wonderful.
I just dropped off the fish,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. I'm gonna say I have a knife. Is that okay?
You have a knife. Yeah.
Okay.
You would. Right.
And just like cut my hand and.
You don't need a roll for it. That totally makes sense and works. And then
Okay.
the falcon opens its mouth, and the blood recedes back into your body. I'm not going to be all that graphic because this is not Great American Witch, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
Very uncomfortable. And then
Sounds bad.
the falcon closes its mouth.
I think like Amelia's just like kneeling next to the sarcophagus, gasping like.
Now, listen, this last one, I believe, is a human.
Yes.
And as such, I just have to be here. We'll be fine. So, Mr. Human, sir, what's your name and what's your deal?
This is M-City.
M-City.
Walks forward, mouth opens on the human statue head,
What does he control?
and this green smoke pours out. He controls the liver.
This all seems rather strange, and I figured one of you would only tell the truth and the other only lies, but this is complicated. So listen, you control the liver. The liver is the
You're all choking and gagging from
I'm
the
a-
toxic fumes.
Pull my mask down. I don't think it's gonna do any good, but I just like.
Fortunately, I'm very good at charades, so I'm going to just convey that I am a journalist. I'm a beautiful journalist, and perhaps Horace and I could have a little tete-a-tete, a little chat.
You're starting to think that maybe the first one responded to you because you vocalized, and that maybe they're not actually listening. This does not seem to be working.
No, I'm beaming my thoughts.
How's liver?
Liver. Where's your whiskey?
I don't have it.
Can we cut back to the lady?
Yes.
Barry is going to, he's been just running up and down the submerged orchid, and he's going through his head of like, how can I make this fit? How can I get into the pyramid with the lady? And then an electric eel passes by, and then he gets an idea.
Controls the liver.
He's
Amelia, do you know what the liver does? Because I don't.
It filters toxins
Yeah.
from your body.
Oh, so
That's why drinking damages it.
Cleans your blood.
okay. Well,
But would they?
we have water, and water also cleans things. What if we just poured some water in the sarcophagus?
Not in it.
Try it.
Panics.
All right.
So water on the coffin. It's a little cleaner. Cut back to Barry as you are all being poisoned to death.
I would like to roll to see if Barry can have the lady take the shape of a segmented eel with pods connected so it can like swim and wave and have a
Does it
smaller
have, like-
profile.
Amelia, does this one have like a blessing or something attached to it aside from the liver?
It's a
Food, stomach.
cleanliness, a purification, something. I don't know.
Pestilence.
Trying to decide what Barry needs to roll.
Also, if we could call the new form like a serpentine something rather anything but eel,
Right, yep.
that would be great for me.
It is.
I guess this is wit and fix. I don't know. What do you think? I'm having a hard time. Yeah, let's go with wit and fix.
Okay, not great, but here we go. Nope, gonna push myself. Here we go. Let's try that again. Okay, 1-6 and nothing
Okay.
on the luck die.
It's clunky and unruly, but you end up in a snake shaped
Okay.
vehicle.
Yeah.
And so you're able to go quickly into the temple, and you can see that there is a door.
Mm,
They must be behind that door.
okay.
Now, there is a scuba suit in there that Amelia had, the old kind. So, but since you can get up to the door, you're able to
Yeah. Okay.
go
Okay.
in.
Now, Christopher, I
Mhm.
would like to spend my just to buy us time, having equipment thanks to the Bergen County Record, and say that we have some old World War I style gas masks, which I just
Oh.
remembered.
Okay. Yeah, you have that talent, so let's use it.
Yeah. So now this isn't going to work forever, but this will buy us some time
Yeah.
while we decide what we can give a liver god fellow.
Barry has an idea, but we'll see if it pans out.
Yeah, so you have these gas masks now that were strapped in Libby's backpack.
Yeah, pull that on, and I don't know, maybe the less literal version, the humors, as we used to believe, were regulated one's emotions.
Say no more. Great being. So two men walk into a bar. One of them is tall, one of them is short. Humors, correct?
And then the door opens as Barry comes in with his old-timey scuba suit. And water rushes in.
Yeah.
But you know where the lever is.
I do. So
Yeah,
yeah, rushes to shut the door again.
Actually, flooding,
what if it
having a little
comes-
flood of water is probably helpful right now.
Yeah, right. Don't drink it.
Yeah, Barry wades in just with, he's like all puffed up and he's doing like the Moon Man walk inside because the suit's all big and clunky, and he's just kind of gasping, and I received the message from the spirit of Mrs. Garski, I'm so sorry. I didn't come earlier.
She's not dead. What are you talking about?
No, I'm dead. I'm a ghost.
Libby, shut up.
I hear. I'm so sorry. I'm here now. We can go.
Barry.
Barry, she's
Barry.
here.
She's literally right here.
Yes, I was just having some emotions. It's I was quoting the oracle to you.
Yeah.
Frank goes, "This is the best and the brightest."
She's having a mood for some reason. I don't know why.
You all look affright. Are you safe? What do we leave? Do we stay? What is
you
the
might
situation?
notice the giant statue that's belching toxic fumes.
Yeah, we need to figure out what its offering is.
Chris, is it okay if I bring in a little bit of outside, like just some of what I know about Horus's sons?
Yeah, sure.
I think
What do you got?
is this guy the one who is also associated with a broken heart?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Wow, I can't believe I pulled that. Okay. Horus is wild, man. So yeah,
it's about making your house flourish, and so the contrast of that.
Right. He is sensitive to excess emotion, the broken hearts, the
Oh, so you mean like
keeping one's house. What?
Oh, so if I just go, hey, you broke my heart when you just ran off with my best friend and you cheated on me with my best friend.
So if I just said perhaps I'm still in love with you and always have been, and you don't seem to notice that at all, and you forgot today is my birthday, would that be helpful?
It's not your birthday. Stop. Why
Today
are you
is,
going
of
on
course,
about that?
February 27th is my birthday. You used to know that, and now you don't because you've forgotten all about me. Would that help? Would that be the sort of thing that this being would like?
I'm the one who forgot all about you. Yeah, okay.
Meanwhile, toxic smoke is still filling the room.
Barry is going to approach the statue, pull out the coin his father gave him, offer the coin. This is the last thing my father ever gave to me. The last thing that ties me to his memory.
I don't see why that wouldn't work.
Oh, Barry,
contextually. No. It just sinks into the sarcophagus like it's made of sand, and then the human's mouth closes and the gas stops.
I would like Barry to take the condition depressed.
Emotional?
Yeah.
And before you have a moment to deal with this, the sarcophagus drops through the floor and you hear gears and stuff changing over. And a platform raises with a statue of a cow-headed goddess. And in her hand is a lapis lazuli artifact that has the Eye of Horus sketched into it. It looks like a lapis lazuli stone. Lapis is the blue stone, and the it looks like just a perfectly round tumbled stone. But then the Egyptian eye that you see that's common, that's the Eye of Horus, is etched into it. The statue is just holding it.
Eye of Horus etched into. Scarlet is going to approach it first and check.
Colonel Warden is already grabbing it.
Oh no, Scarlet is stopping that.
Colonel, wait.
Quick stunt here, because I am a speedy wolf brat. And not gonna let him do it. So can I roll that?
Yeah.
All right. I don't have luck anymore, so I just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The
7,
story
8
wants
dice.
to go a certain direction here.
Hold on, I have 3 hero dice.
Yes, you do.
I don't have enough D6s at home for this, so I'm gonna pull up digital D6s. Hold on.
For those that are listening and not watching, Blythe is really fired up right now.
Maybe.
I think we all are. Warden's not on my good list right now anyway.
Hold on. Okay. Cool. So let me not allowing this to happen. So I got I have 1 6, but I kind of want to re-roll it just to see if I can get more.
You are going to need more
Yeah, I figured because I also didn't get
because
any.
I rolled pretty well.
And
Okay,
can
so
we
I'm gonna
assist in any
re-roll.
way?
Not really, not in this case, because
Okay,
it's like,
that's
you know,
fair.
grabbing the thing before he does.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm just asking because I got to ask.
Okay, hold on. Something promising here. There are 2 6s, no 6s on the hero dice, but no 1 on the luck dice.
All right.
Nice.
Unfortunately, I rolled 3 6s.
I want to. Do I?
I'd show you, but I think you
Can
will.
I-
Uh-oh.
Can
No,
I
no,
re-roll again? Can I add more luck?
Oh, it's an important development.
Can I?
You can
Ooh,
all see
just-
this happen. It's almost like in slow motion.
No, I.
Warden has grabbed the stone
Mm.
and rolled, and then just there is a grenade leaving his hand. And it just goes and hits the wall of the temple, and fragments explode. Water is pouring in, and chaos.
And as can I like have a because like can I at least have gotten close to him at this point?
You were
I
in
got-
competition to the thing, but the grenade changed everything. Now it's sort of like chaos,
But we were like right next to
toppling
each other.
temple. Yeah, it's
Because I had 2 6s.
gone.
Can I get
It's gone.
anything? No.
No, because
can't be
it
God.
was against an NPC, and I had 3. He's gone.
I don't believe it.
He's gone.
Here's what you got. I was very impressed with your effort.
And that's not the worst of it.
Scarlet is. I mean, if Scarlet is going to go find this guy.
Yeah, I am sure. Well, Scarlett's going to find him. What are the rest of you doing? Because it's something else that's happening right in this moment.
I'm, pulling my breath mask back on, and when I saw the director going for him, like I tried to get the wrench out to like numb him or freeze him, but I figured it just went wide and couldn't get there in time. And then everything's exploding. So I'm trying to slow the explosion and give us all a chance to react. Maybe like freezing some of the pieces together. I don't know if that's going to be effective or not.
Crushed. Yeah, you're playing defense at this point.
Yeah,
To
I'm
make sure
trying to give
nobody gets
everyone
crushed.
some cover.
Yeah, right. So there's stones are falling, water's rushing in, and you're sort of like holding it back up and sort of like a Doctor Strange kind of stop the fall from happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You don't need to roll for that because your wrench can do that.
Okay.
And so we're in a pursuit. I assume the other I guess, what are Barry and Libby doing before
Libby's Googling Taylor Swift songs about water. But I think Libby's gonna just kind of book it, follow, assuming Barry has come in here with some sort of ship, just sort of follow him too.
Well, he's outside of the snake submarine in one of those suits that has like the big helmet. And I assume, Barry, you're putting the helmet on at this point. So he's kind of like in the middle of doing that. But as that happens, and you can see that Scarlet is just leaving the temple because she's fast and mad and going to get him. The painted lady is gone. And Barry is no longer hooked up to air supply.
Karma.
Can he even fly it?
Apparently he can. But you have bigger problems right now. You're in a collapsing temple.
But I'm
That
following.
is a
I'm
big problem.
Oh, you're
following.
yeah, Scarlet, you're out.
And I have a harpoon gun with me.
Mhm.
And I strapped more harpoons to me for a reason.
Well,
He double crossed you.
but I mean, if this guy just
Yeah.
took the painted lady and left, like, I don't know, we're not gonna be able to like swim and catch up to him.
No, it was
Or
teleported
not,
out.
but there's a harpoon gun that I can shoot at it.
A
No,
point of
it disappeared, like it dematerialized.
Okay, he doesn't.
point of order. Now, I believe I've overheard some of you folks talking about how there are like strange mystical portals that can take you into underworlds and other worlds and kingdoms like that. Let's say we find one of those.
Yes, that does exist. Get Barry out of the water. He's not attached to an air supply.
Oh,
I don't know
but-
what accent I'm doing anymore.
But I'll fix his helmet. We don't necessarily just somebody cover me.
Sit then.
And Chris, I'm gonna try to apply the like gill technology to like the back of the helmet so that it can figure out how to do that. I don't know. Is that anything?
Well, you're close enough to the surface. It'd probably be easier and quicker just to bring him up.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'll swim and grab Barry around the like under the shoulders and try to swim up and yeah.
But there, whoever was listening to Libby, I think Barry, I know what your character might be going through right emotionally now, but there's this thing is like, no, you are a ferryman. The ship is just another ferry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dude, why are
I'm-
you trying to eat my mic?
I'm gonna let that slow build. I think Barry's going through too much right now to
Yeah.
have that moment. But yeah,
Right.
that's
Right. And Scarlett would know that too. She knows all about this.
Yep. And so after because she tried to follow him and shoot she was ready to shoot a harpoon at the painted lady.
But there's nothing there. It just
No, I know.
Yeah.
So she's make sure Barry's air supply is fixed is her next order of operation, and then, all right, we need a ship. Any kind of boat, anything.
We use this sarcophagus. Oh, wait, it sunk into the floor. I'm so sorry. I forgot that minor plot detail.
Scarlett turns to Barry. Is his air supply? Are we good? I
Yeah,
really don't know what it's.
he got surfaced.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we need another ship. Barry, you're a ferryman. You can literally take us through the underworld and follow the painted lady.
Yay.
Let's do it. Anything.
I
A log
should've-
for all I care.
I should have ended it when I had the chance. I will not hesitate again.
Not important. No guilt feelings right now. This is as much on me as it is on anyone else here. It's actually mostly on me because I'm the one who tried to smooth things over. Anyways. We need a canoe. A log, anything that can pose as a ship of some sort. And you can ferry us to follow the lady. I have a feeling we know where he's going.
There is no corner in any world where he will escape me. Barry
Right.
is very determined right now. He's gonna look around and kind of.
Scarlett's gonna swim under and see if she can find like an old canoe, maybe that's
Well, there's this was a funeral or a tomb, an Egyptian tomb, and so there is I almost said a Viking longboat, but there's a stone ship that you use to navigate in the underworld. That's been built into the burial chamber.
Happened.
right. Let's go see if that dislodged.
It's all underwater now
All right.
because of a grenade.
All right. Well, Barry, let me just fix your helmet, and then we can all swim down, and we'll figure out this boat.
I had him.
Okay. Barry, you're right. You're right. All we can do is look forward right now. Backward isn't going to help. We're not far enough around the spiral to see directly back to where we were.
Precisely.
Scarlett is gonna put her hands on him and just kind of like, Barry, no guilt. We must move forward and do this. The only way to fix this is if we don't let him get away.
Ma'am, with
If
all
we
due
let him
respect,
get away,
this is not guilt.
that don't focus on the past. Let's just get him. Because if we get him, that solves everything. Who cares what happened before? We just have to get him. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good.
And Chris, I'm gonna swim around behind Barry and just like wrench the helmet to
Yeah.
apply the filter technology to that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And I won't make you roll for that because you've done it so many times now. Doesn't
Okay.
make sense. So,
Also-
Barry, if you, we can do this in a sway roll to see if it can help change your disposition if you want, or you can just choose to go along.
Barry's pissed off, but he's gonna use that anger constructively because
Yeah.
that's what adulting is. So he's gonna go with it,
Yeah.
but he's fucking pissed right now.
Yeah. And
I
he
mean,
Our
lost,
little
Scarlet
boy's
is-
growing up.
yeah, he
Scarlet
lost
is
his coin.
Angry right now. And also Scarlet is like, turns to everyone, is like, our mission is not over yet. We have not lost yet. So we need to rally and we need to get him. Because if we get him, we get the eye, and our mission has succeeded. He is 100% going to Franklin. That has to be where he's going. So we know his mission. We know his goal.
Sort of for Joe and Chris. Could I have a second as I'm like fixing the helmet to like touch my faceplate to Barry's helmet, like the back of the helmet?
Clonk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so but it's not even 1-to-1 radio. It's just this vibration. Barry, I don't think you should listen to anyone else right now because you're the only one who knows what you can do. And if thinking about the past is the right direction to go in, follow that. If it's forward, follow that. If it's sideways, find the instinct that's within you and do what you think is right.
Tell him to disobey my orders. Oh, no.
Okay, so Barry is now gonna take another catch because I don't think you see a visible response, but he heard you.
That's fine. Just wanted to get my 2 cents in there.
Yep.
Barry, hello. I'm on the 1-to-1 communicator. Can you hear me? It's Libby Scarsdale.
Scarlet has gone to get a boat. At this point, she's like, "We
There's
need
that big
a boat."
stone one in the burial
Yeah,
chamber.
we're going to swim down to the boat once I fix his helmet.
Yeah. Barry, can you hear me? It's Libby Scarsdale, Bergen County Record. Your old friend.
I hear you, ma'am. I thought
No.
when you told me.
I think out of all of us, you're the one who, besides me, most believes in the healing powers of the Oracle. She suffered a lot. She's had a very hard life. She's loved and lost many times. There's a great sadness she carries with her. There's a great sadness I carry with me too. I lost someone very important to me. I don't know if you know anything about how that feels. I suspect you do. You're in a dark place right now, my friend, my son. And I understand what that dark place is, but you can use it to fuel you, but you can't let it define you. The Oracle once said something about this to me. She said, past the blood and bruise, past the curses and cries, beyond the terror and the nightfall, haunted by the look in my eyes, they would have loved you for a lifetime. Leave it all behind, and there is happiness. You have to leave some of this behind if you want to be free and yourself again, Barry. You're getting consumed by it. And I worry about you. I care about you. You're my friend.
Barry takes out the comment card that Stewart had wrote and lets it fall onto the floor. He kicks dirt over it.
I miss him too. He was a good man. You're a great one.
He deserves a better burial than this, but this is all I can manage.
We'll get him one. I promise you. I have all the resources of a major American newspaper at my disposal. We'll make it happen.
And with all three of Barry's moms combined, I think Barry starts to pick up and come back to himself a little bit.
And the Oracle. Don't forget the Oracle.
Yes.
She didn't
The remote
assist
mom.
here.
The Oracle is the fairy godmother.
Yeah. With your moms combined.
Also, Scarlett does have her like stuff pretty locked up aside from like one notebook, so he really can't get much out of her stuff.
Oh yeah, and well, I mean, you don't know, but that's obviously not why he's not there for stuff. He needs
No,
the
but
vehicle. Yeah,
there's if he wanted to steal information, he can't.
right.
Scarlett is like trying, like, okay, we gotta go.
You're
We
gonna
need a
dive
vessel.
back into the you're gonna dive back into the burial chamber.
Yes,
Are we ready?
let's do it.
Okay.
You get onto this stone ship under the lake, and almost immediately, Barry, you can feel the shift,
Mm.
and the next moment, you are in a river surrounded by reeds and papyrus, and the sun is setting, and you're all wearing flowing linen.
My goodness, I must look fantastic.
As a matter of fact, you do look very nice. I'm a little confused as to what just happened. Chris, do I still have my wrench?
Oh, good question. No, you do not. You don't have any of your belongings.
All right, Barry. This is yours. This is you. You can do this. Only you can do this. Frank can only half-ass this, let's be honest.
A boat. A boat. Barry's going to look around and he's going to feel for what the painted lady felt like.
Yeah, it's sort of a same signal that you're keying into.
Mm.
Just beyond, you can see pyramids in the horizon. They're like brilliant, though, as they use these the capstones on reflect the light, and it's almost too much to look at. And it's like you're in another time altogether.
Do those look like the same pyramids that we were previously just at?
No.
Okay.
No, they look like Giza.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll be back 1 second.
Okay. Yeah. Barry's gonna just head towards it, I guess. Just kind of trust the instinct.
The river is flowing, and you're sort of just going along with it. It's there are people in the distance as you go further and further, and the people look like they are lost, and they're wandering around, and they're wearing linens like you, but they do not seem to recognize each other, and they don't seem to know where they are. And the more that you go, the more of those people there are, and there's probably, as the sun is setting, thousands of them along the riverbanks.
Barry's gonna just look amongst them and say, "How many of you are seeking passage?"
One of them reaches up and talks. Now, the rest of you don't understand the language, but Barry, you do. It's like he's speaking English. So, I have my coin. And then somebody behind him, I have my coin. I have passage. And then they're all kind of lining up one by one. The multitudes are coming towards you.
Barry's tearing up and he's looking at all the faces of all these lost people, and he feels close to his father, feeling the weight of those coins in his hand again. And he's wondering, how many times have Havelock men done this? And he takes the coins and he starts organizing, and for some reason, and let me know if this is too much, but I think some kind of vessel begins to materialize.
Yeah, I think that tracks. That can hold all of these people.
Yeah, for some reason, like, it just works. And Barry's going to say, "I promise with my life, you will be delivered safely, so long as you're in my care, and you pay for your passage. If you are ready, for what awaits on the other side. It'll be my honor to ferry you.
So you pick up many lost souls as they make their way into Duat, the underworld, the land of the dead. And these souls are going to be going along the river with you because they need to be transported to Maat's temple, where their souls will be weighed.
Next stop is Maat. I hope you will avail yourselves to the railings. This is my first journey as your captain across the Styx, but I hope your stay with us will be a pleasant one until you find your eternal rest. Underneath your seats, you will find a small parchment. It would do me a great service to let me know how you found your journey with me today. My name is not important.
And next episode, we'll find out how our adventurers handle the Egyptian underworld on their journey to chase the painted lady. So cool. You're in Duat. That's good. Mission accomplished. And I think that's where we're going to wrap it for this time. We have a couple more episodes ahead of us. So I think the next one, we're going to figure out how to get them across the world by going a very different route. Sort of a shortcut, if you will. Because let's face it, I mean, the layovers from, Central Africa to...
Yeah. They'll kill you.
Every time. Cool. So let's go ahead and stop there. Why don't we do a round about the table and get everybody's names again, and we'll sign off. Who wants to go first? Emily? You're on mute.
You volunteered me, Chris. You volunteer me every week. And you know what?
Yeah, there's an order in my head. Otherwise, I'll forget somebody.
I'm happy to be volunteered. Good evening, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful time. Thanks for watching the show. I am Emily St. James. I was playing Libby Scarsdale, the Bergen County Record. Now, if you want to follow further adventures of me, I'm only on this show because nobody invites me to do anything else ever. And you can also read stuff that I've written. It's on Twitter, or you just follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/EmilyVDW. You can see all of my work. Maybe, if you want to meet Libby Scarsdale, you got to read the Bergen County Record from like 50 years ago. But she does have a Wikipedia page. So that's the hot scoop.
Awesome. Blythe, will you take it?
Hello. Yeah. God, Scarlett is so mad right now.
There a little bleed, and Blythe is mad too, and
maybe
I am in the doghouse at this point.
I am mad that I failed that because that's how I feel. So I have been Blythe. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at the Blythe Kala. That is the BLYTHEKALA. Currently I'm on this every other Sunday, and on Mondays I am joining the Scabby Rooster, not this Monday, but next Monday. I'll be joining the Scabby Rooster for Total Party Kills, where we play the monsters in the dungeon, trying to keep those grubby adventurers out of our dungeons. Why do they keep coming in there? I don't know. It's like they want to die. I don't understand.
Well, look what they did to the Horus Temple.
I know. How could they do that?
It's outrageous.
So that'll be 8 p.m. on the Scabby Rooster on Mondays. That one will be in person, which is kind of exciting and fun. It's been a while. Other than that, follow me on Twitter and hear about my shenanigans as they come up. There might be a gay pirate game coming. Who knows?
Nice. Joe, do you want to take it?
Sure. Hello, I'm Joe. Let me just process what happened. That was a big plot turn. I was playing Barry Havelock, who we now understand is a ferryman, similar to Charon and the River Styx. You can follow me on Facebook or wherever you find me. I'm not doing too much lately, gaming-wise, other than being here, and you can find me on Saturdays with Jason and a few other very talented, very, very awesome people playing XCOM, Phoenix Squad, Phoenix Rising. We are soldiers rebuilding a world and each other. You can find that on Jason's channel. Follow me if you want any support, any visibility, awareness on neurodiversity, mental health, healing from trauma. Many of today's themes were very heavy. If any of that was painful or resonating for you, I'm always available to talk.
And speaking of Jason.
Hi, that's me. I'm Jason. You can follow me on Twitch and Twitter at It's Probably Okay. I stream there Fridays with a video game 2-screen setup with my friend Sam. And then Saturday afternoons, we've been playing the XCOM universe using the Band of Blades rule set run by Pooja. So lots of good stuff happening there. Very, very fun. And that's about it for me. Keep eyes open for the new Happy Jacks show on Monday that's coming soon. I think it's actually starting tomorrow. So session 0 should be tomorrow, and it'll be an online game, but it's very exciting. It's the Vaesen game, the new Free League thing that Dave Kadave likes so much. So really excited to see that go up as well. So
Vaesen's incredible. That's going to be really fun. I'm jealous I'm not in that. I'll see you from afar though, and peg you on Twitch.
Yeah, well, I'm not in it. I'm just excited about it.
Yeah, it's going to be good. So cool. Well, this is Christopher Gray. We've been playing Temples and Tombs, the Eye of Horus, as we finally got the Eye of Horus and then lost it because I rolled 3 6s. I did have a contingency. I didn't know that was going to be the reality of losing that roll. And here we are. So on that note, let's call it a night, and we will see you next time in just a couple weeks. Thank you.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye.